It's the same crazy.
Do you want me to burn a person down?
Yes. Can we do that after the show? It'll be a post show. We'll just burn people.
I've got something going on post show, but I can do it post show.
Okay.
All right.
You can do both. All right. So we are in post show, kind of. I'm done yelling. Where is this thing? Got it. Okay. So the first thing I want to talk about is Representative Steve King, who is from Iowa. He is a congressman, a U.S. congressman. He's not like he's not like a state representative. This is a guy who goes to the actual Capitol building in Washington, D.C., and does that. He was on Chris Hayes' show on MSNBC during the Republican convention. I'm going to play the clip where he says the thing, but basically what they were talking about is the one Republican guy was saying that in the convention center there were a whole bunch of angry white people who were going to tell people a thing, and this was his response to that.
This whole white people business, though, does get a little tired, Charlie. I mean, I'd ask you to go back through history and figure out where are these contributions that have been made by these other categories of people that you're talking about. Where did any other subgroup of people contribute more to civilization than white people?
Yes. So what he was saying is that he was really tired of people complaining about white people when white people have done all of the things, right? In civilization, like we wouldn't have if it weren't for white people.
You mean we took all of people's things and wouldn't allow them to do any of their things? We were like, these are our things.
Actually, you are our thing.
Right. You're our things. All the things you made are our things.
The place you're living, that's
we're going to plagiarize the fuck out of your speeches. These are our things. Mother, you thought those were your things?
Are you ready for some football? Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. And it gets worse after that clip. I didn't want to pull the whole thing because we've listened to so many things tonight, but holy shit.
And he sat there with this smug fucking smile on his face the whole time. Like, right. Yeah, I just said some Stormfront fucking shit.
I almost spit all over the microphone. He goes on. So Chris Hayes responds to him, you know, that's great. For every wonderful thing you can point to, you also have a Stalin, a Hitler, and a Pol Pot. Well, not Pol Pot. Stalin and Hitler, whatever. And he instantly pulls out well, those are all atheists. And, you know, I'm talking about the white Christians. Those are the good people. It's the brown people and the non-Christians that are awful. And he said this on national television.
The problem is, he will see no personal repercussions for such speech.
No, he won't.
Exactly.
He has upped his chance of getting reelected this year.
Oh my God. It's crazy town.
The problem is this isn't my surprised face.
It
should be everybody's fucking surprise face. Everyone should be like,
right?
Like when Janet Jackson's titty popped out at the Super Bowl, everyone should be just as shocked and surprised.
Were you really that shocked
or surprised? I was kind of happy about it. I was like, oh, there's
at the end of the song, it's like, okay, something's gonna happen. Yeah. Oh, was that a titty? Oh, it's actually a covered titty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of dumb. And then there was like, bigger repercussion than
and guys like
Mara
this
did.
guy.
Right. No, we as individuals weren't shocked or surprised, but the media was shocked and surprised. It was a thing.
Guys
it
like
was
this
covered.
Steve King was surprised.
And very upset,
I doubt very much there would have been as so much of a hoopla had it been white titty.
Yeah.
White titty would have been okay. White titty's okay.
So the other thing that really
Who dropped the fork in the kitchen? Leslie, we heard you drop a fork in the kitchen.
It was like the biggest fork ever. It's on the other side of the house. Here's the other thing that really bothered me, though, is that Chris Hayes is the host. On the panel were the two white Republican dudes. There was a black woman, April Ryan, and there was Chris Hayes, another white dude. Jesus Christ.
Leslie, quit turning your silverware drawer over. We're trying to do a fucking podcast in here.
So here's Congressperson Steve King going completely full on KKK on national television. April Ryan is like coming over the desk at this guy. Like, oh, you did not fucking just say that, and now we're going to go. And Chris Hayes is like holding her back, like, no, let's let him talk, blah, 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 blah. Shuts her completely down. And then at the end of the goddamn segment, like, goes out of his way to shake his hand. Well, and, like, so he tries to do some apologetics with him. Like, you're not really talking about white people. You're talking about Western civilization, right? And he's like, oh, that's what I meant. Yeah, I'm not talking about white people. I'm talking about people from primarily white countries.
That are white and also people.
So, meanwhile, he shuts April Ryan down cold while this guy gets to talk endlessly and then shakes his hand at the end of the fucking segment. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? How is this how we're... How?
I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't see this live. I've seen the Steve King portion of this. But this is surprising to me that that's actually how Chris Hayes handled it. He's normally not one to put up with like a whole bunch of shit. Like he'll let somebody bury themselves a bit. But
yeah,
and I thought
he was trying to like help dig Steve King out of the hole he dug himself.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he looked like it's like, oh fuck, did he just say that?
Right.
And yeah, the fact that he did help him dig it out though was
he was
kind
like,
of the
here,
hard thing.
let me help you with your stupid. You obviously have far too much that you can carry by yourself. I will get the door for you.
It was very, very charitable of him. I was stunned by the whole thing. I couldn't believe that a sitting congressperson in 2016 would say, you know, people of color have done nothing, and it's all been white people, and said that's on like national, not
and
on like
quit bashing us. We're all smart and shit.
It stunned me. And then like the other white dude is going to cover for him, meanwhile telling the black woman to, oh, shut up. It was crazy. And I mean, the shot he took at atheists was like not even, I mean, that didn't even register with anyone. No one cared about that. It was...
Yeah, frankly, I stopped it before I even heard that. So that was
Really?
that was an aspect that I didn't get to because I was like, oh, are you fucking kidding me?
Right? I was so offended that I didn't even listen to the thing at all. Or even open the show sheet. That's how upset I was at the entire ordeal.
She heard it was a thing and that she was just done.
Yeah.
All right. Harry Potter, what? So explain to me how you think that Harry Potter killed Dumbledore?
Oh, Harry Potter is totally responsible for Dumbledore's death. For multiple books. Harry was told the things that he needed to do to keep himself safe, and he wouldn't do them. And those things ultimately led Dumbledore to have to step in multiple times in order to save Harry's life that ultimately cost him his own life. I'm over this that's happening next to me, but I want people to, if you're a Harry Potter fan, I want you to think about it. Maybe reread Order of the Phoenix through the end. See what, and with that in mind, and see, like, Harry will do absolutely nothing for self-preservation, and Dumbledore foots the bill every time after Sirius dies.
Okay. But Snape killed Dumbledore. So
Snape directly killed Dumbledore.
Right.
But Dumbledore had already killed himself.
Right.
That was his own dumb mistake. That wasn't Harry's.
Okay, I'm not disputing that Dumbledore would have died.
Nerd fights!
Dumbledore would have died at some point in the not too distant future, but I mean, he might have been able to hang on for a year and help win the Battle of Hogwarts.
I have a sex life.
She's also a liar.
Nick in the chat room says, but the implication was Dumbledore knew a good chunk of the future, so he knew Harry wouldn't listen. Okay, nerd. Reb in the chat room says, I get shut down on Pokemon, but Ferris lets Ryan go on his screen. That's because, like, Harry Potter greater than Pokemon. Sorry.
Yeah, if there was a Harry Potter Go app, like, fucking government would have shut down this week.
Heather isn't mean. Heather has a sex life.
Ins
Mike.
Yeah.
Heather's a liar.
Heather has pictures.
Oh!
And if you, we're in post show, so I can't even try and pretend like
You can't sell that later.
I can edit it back into the show. Oh, Heather's sex pictures.
Heather's hair stuck on the microphone.
Chris in the chat room says people paid $1 for this. I'm sorry for those people.
Spelled lowercase p, capital E, lowercase O, PLE.
She has been drinking.
Oh yeah, she's drink. She's drink as fuck.
I do want to back up to Nick and Pablo in the chat room, both talking about the white thing. Like both God and Jesus are white. That's a good point. Like white people created the universe, and
And Santa is
Neil
white.
deGrasse Tyson created the universe.
you guys are welcome. Like, we didn't have to create, Okay. Oh, jeez.
Didn't we have something else?
We're gonna talk about misogyny in our chat room.
Oh.
He's like,
Let's.
we have never ever had anyone critique anyone's fashion
Wardrobe?
wardrobe in on our show, like, ever. And like I've worn some pretty atrocious things.
Right? Like that red collared shirt thing you do once in a while.
Or the blue one.
The other shirt you own.
Right.
It's hard to tell. I have to look at the other 3 hosts to see what show I'm watching because of those 2 shirts.
Go back and look at she's right. And I actually purposefully try to wear the red shirt a lot just because Atheist red. But
There was a time when I was on 4 shows in a row and wore the same T-shirt
yes.
every time.
In fact,
Right.
Yeah.
But you don't have boobs, so I mean that's not an issue.
Right. So you're cool.
Right.
But Heather, you have to GTFO.
I have to get the fuck out because why? Boobs and a scarf.
Neckerchief.
Yeah.
Is that what we're calling it? A neckerchief?
No, that's not what we're calling it. That's what Ryan's calling it. But remember, Ryan wore the same T-shirt for 4 weeks in a row.
All right, so let's not shame people for their wardrobe while we're shaming people for shaming people about their wardrobe. But
And can I just say that Reb is the one that brought up what I'm wearing? And can we all just agree as a consensus that I always look better than Reb? Like, even on my worst day, which is bad because I'm hungover and I've got the cold sweats, I've got a little piece of breakfast taco stuck in my teeth.
that's like
and
Monday through Friday.
like I can't find one of my contacts, and like one of my shoes is in my purse and the other one's in my hand, and I still look better than Reb.
See, Reb in his own defense has come on and said that people have commented on his pasty arms when he wears sleeveless shirts.
Oh, I
I think
have
it's
not
mostly.
caught that.
I think he mostly said that about himself, and then other people were like,
and they
"Oh yeah,
piled on.
right, yeah." So
People never comment on my pasty arms.
not right now, anyway. Like,
Okay, well
people
no.
do comment about my pasty arms.
That's
'cause I'm
not
white as
fair
fuck.
because when someone noticed that the wall was painted white, I said you can hardly see Ryan and Christian against it.
And seriously, looking at no, that's true. If you look at our faces right now, yeah,
Right. It looks like Jeff and I are on the show.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. It's minor, but it's just interesting behavior that doesn't come up any other time. Like that's not a subject of conversation for anyone else.
Yeah, okay. So Fred wears a neckerchief. So it has to be like folded with the triangle showing to
Is it
be
like
a
a
neckerchief.
Boy Scout thing? Fred from Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
So no one knows what you're talking about. Reb in the chat room says Fred from Scooby Doo wears a
No more
neckerchief.
neckerchief. Okay? Fine.
She called it a neckerchief.
That's,
I win.
It's
Okay, no.
it's so you fashionless people know what I'm talking about because I was actually in a restaurant from lunch today and somebody stopped me to tell me that somebody else liked my style because not from Corpus.
Okay, but here's the main takeaway from all of this. Ryan wins. We'll see you guys next week.